He left without looking back. No goodbye, no explanation, no promise to return. She stood in the doorway, one hand on her stomach, the other shaking. She didn't cry at first. She just watched the man she loved disappear. That was the moment her life broke in two. Before him, and after him. 10 years later, their daughter would walk alone to find the truth he ran from. She was young when she met him. Not naive, but hopeful. He was everything people admired. Confident, well-dressed, respected. He spoke like he knew the world and owned it. When he chose her, it felt like destiny had finally smiled. At first, life felt warm. Simple dinners, quiet laughter, dreams spoken in whispers at night. She believed in those dreams more than she believed in herself. Then she found out she was pregnant. She remembered that day clearly. Her hands trembled as she held the test. Her heart raced, not with fear, but with hope. A family, a future, something permanent. She told him that evening. Her voice was soft, careful. She waited for his reaction, searching his face. He didn't smile. He didn't shout either. He just went quiet. The next morning, his side of the bed was empty. By noon, his phone was off. By night, she understood. He had abandoned her. No message, no money, no protection, just silence. Sadness came first, heavy and constant. She cried alone at night, biting her hand so neighbors wouldn't hear. She blamed herself, over and over. Then helplessness followed. Bills piled up. Her job let her go when her pregnancy showed. Friends slowly disappeared, uncomfortable with her pain. She sold what little she had. She moved into a small, cold apartment. Some nights, she ate only bread and tea. But she never once thought of giving up the child. When her daughter was born, the world felt cruel and beautiful at the same time. The baby was quiet, big eyes, watching everything. She named her Alina. Alina grew up fast, too fast. She learned early not to ask for toys, not to complain, not to cry loudly. Her mother worked endlessly, cleaning offices, washing dishes, coming home exhausted, but still smiling. They didn't have much, but they had each other. Alina rarely asked about her father. When she did, her mother would pause, then say gently, "He wasn't ready." That was all. Years passed. Alina became thoughtful, observant. She listened more than she spoke. She noticed how her mother's smile faded when certain names appeared on TV. One evening, Alina came home from school unusually quiet. She sat at the table, staring at her hands. Her mother asked what was wrong. Alina hesitated, then said softly, "We learned today about successful people from our city." She swallowed, and I saw his face. Her mother froze. Alina continued, "He owns companies, buildings." People applauded him. Silence filled the room. "He said family is everything," Alina added. That night, Alina didn't sleep. Hope entered her heart quietly. Not loud or reckless. A careful, determined hope. She began saving small amounts. Skipping lunches. Walking instead of taking buses. She asked questions without revealing her plan. Her mother noticed the change. The patience in her eyes. The focus. One morning, Alina left a note. "I need to know who I am. I'll come back." Her mother found it too late. Fear struck first, then anger, then understanding. Alina traveled alone, through crowded stations, long roads. She carried only a small bag and a photo of her mother holding her as a baby. When she finally reached the city, everything felt bigger, colder, louder. The building with his name on it was impossible to miss. Tall, glass, guarded. She stood across the street, heart pounding. Inside, he was everything he pretended to be. Powerful, influential, surrounded by people who laughed at his jokes. When Alina asked to see him, security laughed. Receptionists ignored her. She waited. Hours passed. She didn't move. Finally, a woman approached. She looked at Alina's face, then at the photo. Her expression changed. Minutes later, Alina was led upstairs. He looked up from his desk, annoyed, ready to dismiss another interruption. Then he saw her. The room went silent. She didn't accuse him, didn't cry, didn't beg. She simply placed the photo on his desk. "This is my mother," she said calmly. "And I am your daughter." Shock cracked his arrogance. For the first time in years, he had no words. She continued, voice steady. "She never asked me to come. I came because I wanted to see the man who walked away." People outside waited. Whispers began. He tried to speak, tried to explain, tried to control the moment. But justice doesn't always shout. Sometimes it stands quietly in front of you. She turned to leave. That was when he understood. Not the loss of reputation. Not the risk of exposure. The real loss. 10 years of watching her grow. 10 years of missed birthdays. 10 years of choosing himself. He called her name. She stopped. "I don't need anything from you," she said softly. "I just wanted you to see me." She walked away. The story spread anyway. Not through scandal, but through truth. His image changed. Not destroyed, but cracked. At home, Alina returned to her mother. They held each other without words. For the first time, her mother cried freely. Justice had come, not with revenge, but with dignity. And for Alina, that was enough.